Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In this tutorial, we will be knowing about the regular structure of an HTML. Stay tuned. We have practically headed back to the text editor with which we'll be working on, and in this context we'll be seeing that this is the folder, this is the empty folder that we have created in concern to this individual project. This is practically an empty folder so far, and we haven't created any kind of files and folders into it. So first of all, we need all those files and folders which is practically required in this particular case, and this is it. We have practically opened up this individual folder of web project using this option here, open folder. And here we will be first of all heading back to this empty folder, right clicking on it, and this is the new file which we'll be naming as index.html. If we hit enter, we can see that an index file index.html is being created into our project. If we head back to our empty folder, which was practically empty in its previous condition, web project, now if we head back into it, we can see that already an index.html file is been created into it. This is the first thing. Alternatively, if you do not wish that the text editor should be creating your files or folders right over here, then all you need to do, just right click on it on any vacant place right over here and hit this new, and here you can find this text document. If you click on it, we can see that a new text document .txt is been created. So if we now rename it as, for say, test page, and the extension name here, as we know that .html is the common extension name of any kind of HTML structure based web project, then all we need to do, we need to change that extension name into HTML or HML, whatever, and we will be hitting enter. Next, we can see that a dialog box should appear which is saying that if you change a file name extension, the file might become unusable. Are you sure you wish to change it? Hit enter, and you can see that another test page HTML is being created into your project. And if we head back to our text editor, we can practically see that the second test page.html is being created right into the text editor, where all the files and folders are being located into this extreme left panel. So right now we do not need this test page.html, hence we will be getting back to our folder. This is the folder this is the root folder which is created here, this web project folder, and inside this is the test page HTML. We do not have a need of it right now, so we are going to delete this thing, and we'll be keeping up this index.html over here. And we can see that at once the text editor right now, it has no test page HTML been created into it, as we had deleted it from our root folder. This is the second case. Now this is a very obvious question. We have practically frequently encountered this question, that what should be the basic HTML structure, what should be the HTML structure that we can use into our project. Now in our previous tutorials, we already had a little bit discussion of it. We have practically shown there how to create and how to maintain a structure here. The only thing that I would like to say here, that if you wish to use the conventional HTML, and if you do not know other XML properties here, then you do not have a need of it. Just write down this basic structure here. Just start with this HTML here, and you can see that an HTML tag is being created. Next, this is the head property which is required, Next comes the title property inside this head tag. After this head tag, we may start our body element right over here, and this is the body element. So we can see that practically we are free to work with our normal HTML structure, the very basic HTML structure that we have depicted down here. But still, if you wish to use all those XML structures along with our HTML tag here, then we need to Google a little bit and search for the XML structure used along with any HTML tag into our HTML page, and you will be getting them. So I'll be rather using it right over here for now. We won't be using anything else. Just get back to this title tag, and here we might say this is a general discussion. Now if we head back to our project, there it goes, index.html, and in the first case we can see that practically nothing is seen right over here, as we haven't noted down anything else into our body parts, so it will be remaining vacant here as usual. But the point is, if we have a look into this title tag, we can see that this is a general discussion. This message is been reflected right over here, as this was the message that we had, the content that we had infused into our title tag over here. Now here comes another thing. If we wish to change this general HTML structure into a regular HTML5 structure, then what is the alteration that we need to bring on into our project?